All right, and that's all garbage there. All right, good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are having a beautiful day. I ain't gonna lie, I took a prescribed pain medicine, and today is the challenge of putting all these and all that on top of that. Originally had it over there, but I only had like 1 or 2 rows, and my father, 90-something years old, I didn't know every day he was coming out here because he didn't want it over there, and he put it over here and left me with this mess. So that's why I took a pain medicine prescribed. You notice I cut everything along the edges all the way down because, again, I don't want to come out here and weed eat at least until next year. So I got the edges, and then I'll go back to letting them grow normally. I'm not going to cut the grass down. The grass will always stay at 3.5. All right, this here, I have to trim this here. What's bad about these things here is that if one of those pieces fall to the ground, it will start another tree. So it's starting to get to the ground. So what I'm going to do basically is I'm going to rip as high as much as I can so the tree can grow up and I can get underneath there with the edger, with the weed eater. So it's not going to kill the tree or nothing. I am going to take a lot off, but like I said, when these things fall into the ground and you don't pay attention, another tree will grow. So I got to get this cleaned up and just finish weeding underneath there because I did everything else. So it's going to be one of those days. It's a nice cool morning. So that's the before, and then you're going to see the after, and then I'm going to start tackling the bricks. All right, this is not in the height of the prickly thing, but still wear gloves. And it's real easy. You just break them off in sections. They'll snap right off. That's all. I'm just gonna get in, like I said, get all that underneath there and let this sucker grow up. All right, you see the big difference? 2 bags. These suckers are heavy, so you might need 2 heavy duty bags. But you see the difference. I took everything basically that was heading down that I couldn't get underneath there. I know a lot of people, like I said, they're going to be like, man, you did all this good work, 3.5, and you butchered this. Well, let me say this. Again, the reason I did this is because I don't want to weed eat until 2026. Here, I can get with my push lawnmower, because my push lawnmower, I think, is at 3 inches. That's what I normally use to cut the ditches and that other side over there in the back of the fence. You see, now I can get this area here with the push lawnmower, and I'm not so worried about what's getting close there, that if I even did have to weed eat, it's not going to be a pain for me, because again, I'm the one that's doing it. So I can get back there with the push once I get all these bricks and everything. So, I'm trying to make it easy for me. That there is a, what the hell is it? Peach tree. And these, I think these are all lemon trees. I think I've said orange, but I think these are all lemon trees here. I think the other one over there might be an orange tree, but you could see all the fruits that's growing, and then I seen that right there. So there might not be no orange tree on this property. This might be all lemon trees here, and then you got her banana trees in the back there. And I tried to do this, and I had to move. I had to put this over here because she had it over there, and I'm thinking, like, what the heck? Let me just clean this up. And the reason why I do a lot of this stuff here when my parents aren't here, and I'm sure a lot of you go through it, they're getting older and stuff. Like I was explaining with the bricks, If they were here, then I'd have to hear, what are you doing? Don't do that. Don't do this. You know, you're cutting too low. You're killing my tree. I'd rather hear them complain when it's all done, because they don't know a lot of the stuff that I've been throwing away. So I'd rather them complain when I'm done than while I'm here doing this, because mentally it'll be things. So next on, it's gonna be this tackle. This is the job. I might have to take another medical pain pill, prescribed pain pill, but I'm feeling good, and I think I'm ready for it. This wheel cart, bought at Ace Hardware, was like $99. I think we bought it a year ago. I know we did a video. That is a lifesaver. And again, I know I repeat myself, but this grass will continue at 3.5. Even the edges, just gonna let them grow wild, get as close as I can. So by next season, it'll all come into fruition. See all that? That's fine. Because like I said, when I run it over with the 3.5, that's all gonna grow back. No weeding until next year. All right, let me do this before I start the bricks. Now, there's gonna be no rhyme and reason on how I put this on here. I just wanna get this on here. This here, and I'm gonna wear gloves, because here, this is the kind of stuff, if you live in Florida, that will attract snakes to live in there, especially the blackies. They're non-poisonous, but we still have other snakes that are poisonous. And I can see that side is up in the air, so I gotta get a lot of bricks. So I'm gonna try to clear all that brush out of there. Get this and this all onto this. So guys, and this here is will definitely take, usually when I weed eat, it's about a day or two before I can't do nothing. This here will definitely put me out for 3 days, at least, maybe a week, just depending. But this here, like I said, if you got bad problems, whatever, this is definitely gonna put me out. Weeding, like I said, weeding normally takes a day or two, depending on how bad. And you see, he left some freaking bricks underneath there. That's what I'm saying, like, Jesus, he just made it worse for me than thing. But like I said, usually something like this, I'll be out for a week of doing nothing, sitting on a chair and watching TV. So let me get this started. You'll see the before, and I'll show you the after. See, I exposed some ants. There's ants living underneath these. And you see, that's what these things do. These are breathing grounds for ants. Those cinder blocks with the holes are breathing grounds for wasps. And of course, snakes. So I got that brick out from underneath it. It's a pain in the ass, but all right, I'm gonna take a little break. This is where I'm at so far. This stuff here is going in the garbage can. Every week I will be putting half of this in the garbage can for the garbage man to pick up. That's garbage. That's what I have left over. That's where I'm at right now. And this is cleaned up. I even went down the fence line and I found a couple over there. But then I turned around and then I seen that. I forgot about that behind the shed. Yeah, this will mess up some blades. The weed eating is a pain in the ass. A lot of these are gonna be garbage. I mean, that might be good, but majority of these. And again, this is where the old shed was. This is where the tree fell on my parents' house, or the awning. And that I'll probably leave there. That doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me. That holds the dirt. That one doesn't bother me there. But these here, when I get weed eating, these rocks here and the weeds grow through there, yeah, A lot of this has to come out. Back in the day when my father was younger, we first moved here, someone gave him these free patios that they had on 98, and he was just collecting them, and he made patios. A lot of these patios are probably where the old their old storage shed used to be, and a lot of these he had along the fence. For some odd reason, it wounded up to bite him in the butt, because those rocks, and if you've seen in the hurricane video, this is where everything flooded, because the rocks were a little bit higher than the ground, and it held the water all here. I don't know if I did a video, but in the video, I was removing these rocks around here somewhere. This is where the tree was. And my mother's screaming. Mind you, this high dirt was not here. It was all level. And my mother was screaming, get out of there, get out of there, because she had a feeling that tree might fall. Well, it did fall that night. So, but a lot of times, just from regular rain, it used to flood the shed. Now the shed is up in the air, so there'll be no flooding in the new shed. But he had rocks going all the way, and I'm sure he had an idea, and I guess he put the fence on it, and he was using that as a bottom part so no one can dig through the fence. I mean, but you're 90-something years old now, you know. That's why I say, guys, you own a house, do it while you're young. Get your equipment. It's not about, don't make it about like who has the most toys. I'm gonna go take a break. I still gotta put these bars away. Then eventually another day I'll be doing that back porch there, but don't treat it like who has the most toys. Treat it who has the proper equipment. If you can afford a tractor, get a big tractor, you know, to move stuff. If you can afford a trailer, get a trailer. Tools, all the tools you can afford every week, little by little. Get gardening tools, especially if you're going to be into gardening and stuff like that. But like I said, little by little, build up your arsenal, so when you get my age. And here's a prime example. We use some of the bricks for here now. Now I can tell you right now, or I could be lying, I'm never ever going to touch those bricks again. Those bricks are there till the day I die. Because I know, like I said, at this point in my life, and I got to fix that thing up in the front. Like I said, I'm getting older. I don't want to be eating pain pills. I try to take none. But today was the day, and I will be feeling it for 3 days or more. All right, you ready for the final review? That's it. Got all underneath the tree there. You can see where the grass high started here. Easy to get in there with a weed eater and a lawnmower and a push lawnmower. I got all these out of here. So now I can let this grass grow and cut it like I cut that one. And then I could just weed eat and not weed eat the hell out of this. So, because without grass, the dirt will run. With grass, the dirt will hold. So that's a lesson I learned when I used to weed eat the ditches like a dummy, because I didn't want to cut it, and I learned the valuable lesson. And you can see I was telling you the bricks that he had as a border, but they're on the other side. All that is ready. Now I can get the 3-5 cutting going and letting it grow till next year. I got rid of the glass table. I cleaned all that out. Oh, I put the stuff that was here underneath. And it was walked around the area because there was bricks, but all this was like was coolers, and I threw all it out. So it is what it is. And then, like I said, there's some things that she wanted to keep, so I'll put that all underneath here. Some of the pipes and the other stuff there. That won't grow. You can see a snake was building underneath there. That one patio. So, and then I'll show you everything what it looks like.
Oh, man.
In the meantime, BB's just taking care of her nails.
Gotta cut them back. A lot of typing going on.
Resting up. Doing her sales job.
insurance.
And sooner or later, she'll be out there doing her thing.
October 1st.
I'm saying the garden.
Oh,
Sooner or later, you'll be out there. But
oh yeah, not
right now.
Well, I mean, I've got it all taken care of for now. It's good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know, the weed eating, I made sure all that's done because I know it's going to be a hectic few months.
Yeah, I mean, that's why they haven't seen you in the video, is I'm out there just doing that. You're doing this, getting caught up on your job. And eventually you'll be out there doing it all over again. So don't think she's missing.
Nope, I'm right here.
Yeah, she's just doing her thing. All right, and that's all garbage there. So every week I will be dumping some into my garbage can and into my parents' garbage can. I say within the month they'll all be gone. Next project, like I said, is going to be this. Is fixing this. And then, of course, this is the major one. No time, no rush right now, but that's going to be the next one. I did push it a little bit today. Usually my body is good for a good hour to the max. And then after that, I'm just can't do it anymore. Let me know, guys, how your body is. How long can you give to your yard or anything as you get older, especially questions for the older people. Like I said, you see a lot of this now can come with the push lawnmower, weed eat closer, let all this grow back. BB eventually is going to come and get all these dead branches off. We're going to trim this sucker. And more bricks. I'll get you sooner or later. But yeah, you could just see he went crazy. Look, I mean, thank God these bricks are on the other side, but he had a gazillion bricks because our property line does go up to that tree. We just brought it in so many feet. Back there is cleared and good. That used to be worse, but basically this is where we're at. Thank you for joining me, and I guess until the next one, guys, as BB would say, stay safe, love one another. See ya.